Today we're gonna cover a question that I get asked relentlessly in the comments. Hey Sean, how do I buy Pokemon cards and where do I get them? P.S. My name's Jimmy.
Go away, Jimmy.
Yeah, go away.
Today I'm gonna cover 5 different ways and places that you can get Pokemon cards that I myself have used. So I'm just gonna speak from experience, and it's not in any real particular order except for the last one. It's my favorite way to source Pokemon cards, and I think it's the most reputable and probably just the best overall, and I'll get into that, but that's gonna be my last one. But I'm just gonna go through just the first 4 and then my favorite way. Okay, number 1, it's gonna be eBay. I know I said in no particular order, but eBay is probably my least favorite, and I'm gonna tell you why. So let's just say we're searching Pokemon cards. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of hacks on how to search things out and make your life easy. So number 1, let's just say you wanna look for, let's go Pokemon. Always start with Pokemon Tag Team card. I feel like these are very popular. Okay, so the reason why I'm not a particular fan of eBay first, there is an incredible amount of fraud and just, you know, scammers and fakes and all this stuff. So I'm not really a fan of that. So a couple of hacks I want to go over with you guys. Always check the feedback, right? Always, you see the feedback number, make sure it's a higher number. And if it's not, then tread lightly. If you see a 0 there and the price is too good to be true, then it usually is too good to be true. Always know that. Like I'm scanning this. 400 seems reasonable and maybe even a little bit high. Okay, so another thing that I want you guys to do is try to do your math, right? Do some light math if you can. Go to TCG Player, use your resources. Make sure that you're using your resources to find out what the prices of these cards are and if you're getting a good deal or not, if you're close. One thing that I do like to do, and this is probably one of the most valuable hacks that you can possibly use when looking for Pokemon cards. Go to advanced search over here. Go to sold listings, search under advanced. Okay, so now we see sold, right? Let's go to auctions. Now we can see what certain stuff is going for. Okay, now we can actually go back and let's take off solds. Okay, so what I just did is I gave you a way to search for stuff's value, like real quick, like what the last solds are. That's usually what the market is on certain things. What I like to do as well is auction, and then also I come over here to sort, and then I select ending soonest. So auction and ending soonest is a way that you can snipe auction cards and ask anyone that buys off of eBay. That is the best way to find really kick-ass cards for the cheapest way. That's when you can, sometimes you can catch people sleeping, okay? And it's late at night, maybe the auction ends at a weird time and there wouldn't be as much foot traffic on eBay looking for that specific card, and you might be able to snipe this bad boy for, I could just tell you that this card is a deal anywhere from $15 to $25. And then maybe I'll just put my max bid in at 23. I'll go to sleep and see if I win it or something like that. Or maybe I stay with the auction until it's done, but it's 3 hours and 27 minutes away. This is an invaluable resource on how to snipe cards on eBay for cheap. Even if you can save yourself 15 to 20%, you're saving yourself the cost or price of doing business on eBay, okay? Number 2 on our list is actually gonna be Troll and Toad, believe it or not. So back in the day, I used to use Troll and Toad, okay? I'm not gonna go too deep into their website because I kind of went deeper into eBay than I wanted to, but Troll and Toad will allow you to search for cards. They have a huge inventory. Back in the day, I don't know if this is the thing anymore because I haven't used Troll and Toad in a little bit, but I used to, because what I liked about them is if they put near mint or mint on their description, that usually meant near mint or mint. That's really important to me. I want to know that a trained eye is actually looking at the card that I want to buy and they are sticking to their word on what their description is. And I remember like 3 or 4 years ago when I was buying off of Troll and Toad, I think they've actually changed ownership as well. But since I used them back in the day, they were always very reputable. I would have to stand to imagine that they are still in that same boat of reputation and they're still doing things the same way. That's what I'd have to assume. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sound off in the chat or sound off in the comments. I mean, let me know if what I'm saying still holds water and it's still true on some level. But number 4 is Troll and Toad. Number 3 on my list is gonna be your local LCS. So an LCS sometimes is usually not going to be the best price, and that's because you're usually dealing with a local smaller business and they have to eat too. So, you know, this is a give and take. For me, I like to buy as much as I can from my local LCS. Not only do I like the guy a lot, he's a local business of mine, and I want to, as a human being, not as, you know, a cutthroat, degenerate Pokemon collector. I want to support my local businesses, and the LCS is one. That's something that you can decide to do. One cool thing about an LCS that's, you know, that's different from, let's say, eBay or Troll and Toad or online in general, is that you can actually see the card in person. You can feel it, touch it, look at it. Make sure that it doesn't have any secret or hidden dings that don't come up in the pictures. Believe me, people on eBay, believe me, are very good at tilting the card ever so slightly so that it doesn't show that dent or that, you know, that scratch, or they put their thumb over a part that had whitening. I've seen it. I've been a victim of it. I know exactly what that's about, okay? So I'm not saying that everyone does that, but believe me, it happens. Believe me. So number 3, LCS. Number 2 on our list is going to be Instagram. I'm just gonna have... David, here we go. I was just talking and not talking again. I'm gonna have you dress this up. If you want to throw someone on Instagram, I don't know if you want to throw anyone in there. I didn't want to throw anyone up on Instagram that I didn't ask to put on there first. So, and I don't want to give someone added attention that maybe I'm not doing business with right now. So I'm just gonna say this. When you're on Instagram, tread in the same way that you would do, let's say, eBay, okay? Look at the comments. If they are posting cards and they have comments turned off, that might be an indicator that they have people that are trash talking them and they are still trying to sell cards. I've seen that on Instagram before. Go to a reputable source. If you hear in other places that certain Instagram pages are reputable, maybe go off of a buddy's, you know, recommendation. Ask around, ask your friends if there's, hey, is there Instagram pages that you go to that you buy from? This was a huge part of my beginnings when buying Pokemon cards, where I didn't want to pay the eBay prices. Years ago, I used to buy on Instagram all the time. And really, I didn't, you know, I never stayed in touch with these people. It's actually how I first saw Cool Trainer Ryan, believe it or not. I mean, I used to see his stuff on Instagram all the time. But this is a way that I've used in the past to buy Pokemon cards. Now, I didn't always stay on Instagram just because I kind of moved on into different avenues. And the number one way is really where I source, you know, as many cards as I can, but I leave the majority of the people. But always, always check references. Make sure you ask around. It doesn't hurt to ask. And that is one place where you don't want to get burned, because there is no protection whatsoever on Instagram, because it's really not a buying and selling platform, right? It's like a social media platform, but people use it as a marketplace. So keep that in mind. Be smarter than the person trying to screw you over, okay? If that makes sense. Last but not least is going to be Discord. I want to say this just straight up front. This is not me shilling my Discord. There are plenty of Pokemon Discords, so have your way. But all I'm going to say is that our Discord is the best. And I don't get paid to say that. Ricky Bobby Inc. Literally, I don't make a dime off of Discord. I am happy to see so many people in here. There's 1,700 people in here right now. Over 11,000 members of Discord. We should have started charging $1. Shit, I'd be freaking rich if I just started charge $1 per. I mean, that's it, like an amusement park. No, but this is a place that you want to go. Link is down in the description, guys, if you ever want to use this. And it's not just my Discord. Search out other people's Discords. I'm sure there's so other, you know, other content creators have Discords. There's one Pokemon trading Discord that has like 100,000 members or something. I mean, so there's obviously bigger ones. Bigger doesn't necessarily mean better, though. I'm a huge fan of ours. I like how ours is set up. We have a place in Discord where it's marketplace. And now, hear me out on this. Obviously, again, Discord is not a buying and selling platform in general. But in our Discord specifically, and I don't know how others work, we have vetted Vault Squad sellers and traders, okay? So they are vetted. They have, I think it's over 20 transactions. The mods run it. So if these people that are buying and selling, or specifically selling, have that seal of approval from my mods, because really, a lot of people think that I'm like the overlord of Discord. No, our mods do an incredible job, and I give them the wheel. I don't drive that thing. They're the ones that make the rules. They're the ones that, you know, draw the lines on the field. They're the ones that keep the streets clean. So they are the ones that solidify, they vet, they check back, you know, all of the above. But there's still obviously unsecure transactions happening all the time. And that's just good people that are trying to get their way up to being a trusted buyer or seller, okay? So just keep that in mind. We have feedback in a marketplace, right? So it'll give links to people who did business and they had successful, you know, transactions. Obviously, the marketplace, We have specific rules, which I was a part of. I like people putting the price right up front. Okay, I don't like it when people say, oh, DM me for price or give me your best price. No, I made it a rule. That was one of my rules. It has to be right up front, because really where the scamming happens is in the DMs. You have like Timmy Jimmy that's 12 years old. I mean, he probably shouldn't be buying without his parents' permission, but okay, you get what I'm saying. You have someone that can be taken advantage of, and the scamming doesn't happen out in the open. It happens in the dark, which is in the DMs, okay? So we stop that right away. I like having the prices right up front. You should see on every product, boom, there's a price on every product. And that's just, honestly, that's my mods kicking major ass, taking names, making sure people are happy and taken care of. And that's how it is. They run a tight ship in there because, you know what? There's over 11,000 people in here. Things can go sideways real quick. There was a time where this was a circus with no 10 on it, okay? And I get that, so this is how it's done. Also, we have marketplace chat where people are giving advice, places to buy. People drop links in here on, you know, when Pokemon Center has drops. I mean, I wish my Discord existed and I didn't create it when I entered the game. My God, I would have so much more product. I'd have so many more, you know, connections and places and people that I buy from. There was nothing like this when I got back into the hobby, or at least nothing that I knew about. And this is just an absolute wealth of knowledge and just so many things, puts so many things at your fingertips. Look at it. This dude just, he got the Erica. This dude just opened up a 151 box and he's flexing out. Wow, full art and the Erica. Maybe this is just his collection because these don't come in the 151 boxes, but there's places for everything. You can show off your cards. You can talk a little trash. You can, I don't believe you. You get what it is. Guys, a lot of you are part of the Discord anyway, so you're probably like, oh, it's just showing me what I already know. I just wanted to give a couple answers. Hopefully this is useful. If it's useful to one person, then I didn't waste my 15 minutes here or whatever it is after editing. It is all for you guys. All of this that I do, it's all for you. It's because of you that I'm here. I love you all. Hit the damn buttons. Subscribe right now. For God's sakes, what the hell are you waiting for? I love you all. All right, peace out. I'll see you in the next live or the next episode.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's time to hit the button already. Do it now. What do you think, I'm dancing for free here?